I'm sorry, but when you have a government that's more concerned about where a hooker's money came from than concerned about where it came from, I mean, if you ain't waking up and paying attention to what's going on, I mean, the more they do to Trump, honestly, the more they go after this dude. I don't even like Trump. I ain't vote for him, but I tell you what, I probably will next time. Because this dude seems to be turning black. The more he does, the more blacker he seems to get. Because they keep going after this dude for nothing. Sound just like what they've been doing to black people for years. I'm going to tell you right now, if America ain't waking up and seeing the game that's going on, y'all ain't never going to get it. I mean, they've been after this man for everything under the sun. And they're going to be like, oh yeah, well, this hooker got money from. We still worried about. I mean, the biggest atrocity that ever happened to this planet since many of us have been alive, probably ever will be alive, and they not even worried about where it came from. They ain't worried about nothing to do with COVID, but they worried about where this hooker got money from. Come on, man. Wake up. Don't be stupid. Wake up, for real.
Yes, welcome back. I didn't want to upload the video today, but I said no. Let me do this. When I take a look at what is happening, I'm glad a lot of people are realizing what is happening. I recently saw a Democrat representative going off on Marjorie Taylor Greene for simply going to New York to support Trump.
Do your freaking job, Marjorie Taylor Greene. You don't need to be in New York City talking that nonsense. Go back to your district. What are you doing here? You're here for politics. You're here because you want to be VP. You're here for your own fundraising. You're here for your own nonsense.
This clearly shows you what they are out to do. This is a Democrat representative coming out to support his own people. Marjorie Taylor Greene coming out to do the same. And then he's just ranting, seeking attention, Like you saw at the beginning of the clip, people are realizing what is happening. I saw recently how the mainstream media is salivating. They say they have won. They are extremely happy that they got him this time.
To follow up on that, President Biden is a lawyer. Is he
and the President of the United States and the Commander-in-Chief, but go ahead.
He is, but as a lawyer, is he concerned at all that a local DA indicting a former president could, down the line, open up the possibility, set the precedent, that local DAs that don't like former President Biden could indict him?
I'm not going to comment from here.
Why don't you have more to say about the Trump indictment?
It is an ongoing case, and I've been very clear about that. We've been prudent about that, not commenting on ongoing cases, and we're going to stick to that.
But for
Peter?
better or worse, all that anybody in the country is talking about at this exact moment while we're in here is Trump. And they look here to find out what the White House thinks about it. And
well, I think the American people should feel reassured that when there is an ongoing case like this one, that we're just not commenting.
And so, does the lack of comment mean that you do not think anything happening in New York today is one of the top issues facing the country at the moment?
That's your assessment. That's not my assessment. I'm just laying out the facts that we are just not going to comment on an ongoing case from here. And we've been very consistent, we've been very prudent, and we're going to stick there. Courtney, go ahead.
Thanks, Corinne. I wanted to ask you about judges. Senator Hyde.
This was a question I was expecting all through, and it is coming out clearly. Doocy was brief enough to ask this. Like you saw, Karen said she cannot respond to this because this is an ongoing investigation. She can't say anything. This is not the first time she is doing that. So it is not strange, to actually witness that.
And I think it's worth taking a pause for a moment and recognizing the moment that we're in that we've never been in before. And that is that when he walked into that courthouse and he was escorted officially, Donald Trump, former president of the United States, frontrunner for the Republican nomination for president of the United States, is now under arrest. We've never seen it before. It is a sobering moment. And even though he's very consistent, sending out social media posts from the car saying again, seems so surreal. Wow, they are going to arrest me. Can't believe this is happening in America. You could shorten that and say that for Donald Trump, perhaps he can't believe this is happening. He did not believe, certainly in this case, from the reporting from inside, that this was going to happen. And it has now happened. Donald J. Trump is under arrest. Andrew Weissman, your thoughts?
Yes, you might be sitting here thinking, this is all. Democrat will never get tired, to go after him. When they realize this strategy is not working, they think of the next possible thing to do. It should tell you something. If Trump was not running for office again, I will tell you the truth, nothing like this will happen. They will not go after him like they are doing now. All this is happening to prevent him to run again. Some says they want Republican to nominate him so they can defeat him, which is totally insane. That kind of logic they are struggling to bring, it doesn't even ties, because you cannot tell me you should be persecuting someone because you want that they should nominate a person. You can beat the instead the person become more stronger.
Now, reporters will be allowed on a first-come, first-served basis, and apparently they've been lining up since last month, since a couple of days ago. So, I mean, how are you feeling about a historic day? It's sad, but I'm glad something's happening.
I think it's unprecedented.
It's not sad. What's sad? It's
it's sad that an American president.
Oh, that's sad.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's sad. An
But
American
the fact that
president.
he's being called in for questioning, etc., and he's being indicted because he's committed certain crimes is not sad. That's
Or
American justice.
Is alleged to have committed crimes.
Right.
Because
Yeah,
he has
of course.
Of
Right,
course.
but
you know,
again,
that
it's
has
in
to be
America's
proven.
first time in any of our lifetimes.
Yeah.
And I don't think any of us could have ever really imagined this.
I imagined
You know?
it. I imagined it. Yeah,
No,
he
no,
was.
with him, no. I mean, with other,
with other
I
presidents,
never,
no.
with other presidents.
Like, I would never think President Obama, would do
No.
something like this.
And
But
even with Bush, I mean, as angry as we got with Bush, I don't think anybody
I don't think so.
thought that this was the direction we'd ever
Although
headed.
we did
But
have
who
Nixon.
knew?
We had Nixon that, was able to get out of some things. And
But even so, he had the
had-
sense to resign,
He had to get out of the game.
Get out of the game.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, we know why. Because the Republicans